Session, and we're going to start with Taking Positive Steps of Service Award.
I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Kurtzborn.
All right, well, Kate, you want to come up and join me here?
Of course.
All right, so we're here to honor Caden. So we're proud to recognize Caden Rafe with the Taking Positive Steps for Service Award for his outstanding achievement and the way he represents our school and community. Caden first earned the title of School District of Lodi Champion and then went on to compete at the regional level spelling bee in Portage, where he achieved an incredible accomplishment, winning the regional championship. This victory advanced him to the state competition in Madison, a milestone that, to my knowledge, has not been done by the Lodi students to this date. I don't remember any. So,
Thank you.
So while this achievement is impressive on its own, what truly makes it special is Caden's dedication, perseverance, and commitment behind it. Caden's success reflects countless hours of preparation, a willingness to push himself, and a mindset focused on continuous improvement. Beyond the competition, Caden exemplifies what it means to represent Lodi. He demonstrates humility and success, respect for others, and a strong work ethic that reflects positively on our entire school community. His accomplishments bring pride not only to our school, but to the broader Lodi community as well. Caden, thank you for your hard work, your determination, and for setting a high standard for others to follow. We're incredibly proud of you and excited to see what you will continue to accomplish. So at this time, we'd like to recognize Caden Ray for his outstanding accomplishment as a regional champion. But Caden, we do have one more request before we present you with the award. Could you spell the word champion?
He's in attendance.
Got a spot there.
Caden is a champion.
Caden is a champion not only because of his victory, but because of his hard work, perseverance, and the way he represents our school and community.
Champion. CHAMPION. Champion.
Here's
Okay.
the certificate.
Great.
$100 for all your work. We're going to take a picture with the board.
Yes.
The whole board.
Just take the certificate.
And Mr. Kurtzborn.
All right. Oh, wow.
You can sit me next to others, yeah.
You guys must have stand up there.
Your picture will be up in school forever. Somebody else can do that.
So we have a second Taking Positive Steps for Service Award, and so I'd ask Megan Bai and Danielle Uger to please come forward. I know. Yes, you can. They're going to follow it in a different way.
No.
So you were both asked to spell, no.
No, but this
Spirit.
Spirit,
Spirit, really.
Yeah.
So they were nominated by Stephanie Caves. So I'm just going to read Stephanie's nominations. I would like to nominate Megan and Danielle for Taking Positive Steps for Service Award. These two ladies are in the heart and the soul of Winter Spring Booster Club concession stand. They put in an extraordinary amount of volunteer time to ensure that the concession stand has all the loved drinks, snacks, candy, and hot food. This includes ordering, picking up items, stocking items, coordinating volunteers, supervising at events, planning hot food for all-day tournaments, meets, cleaning, sending and receiving countless emails, and needing to work more than their share of shifts when needed. Regardless of all the work they put in, they do this with a smile, appreciation, calmness, and shine with Lodi pride. Thank you, Megan and Danielle, for all you do for our community, those visiting our schools. And I would echo that 100%, knowing exactly how hard people work in that concession stand and the Booster Club. So thank you for all your hard work. So, to let you know it doesn't go unnoticed. You both get a certificate,
Well, thank you.
and we'll give you $100,000.
Spend it all.
Anything you guys would like to say?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to take your Go ahead, board.
Oh, yeah. Good.
I don't know yet. We're going to figure that out.
You are, you're right in the middle. Look at you.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
I know.
Are you
gonna be down?
I still got
Kind of awkward.
She's got Zoe to get through, so.
I'm gonna.
For this. Weather danger.
Oh, yeah. Weather that we never know what we're gonna get. Boy, the first time ever.
Thank you, ladies.
Spelling. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
They work very hard. Okay.
We did think about having spelling contests with Caden and the board, but
I'm glad, I was nervous. I was worried that Derek was gonna say something and I was like,
I did not get very.
it's kinda like when, Math 24
Yeah.
came
Yeah,
here.
That was, we failed that
was
thing late.
Yeah.
Oh, that made me feel.
Could have
I
lined
was
you guys up, it
embarrassed.
would have been awesome.
Yeah. No, that wouldn't have been awesome.
Okay, we do not have any presentations tonight, and we do not have public input, so we are gonna move to consent agenda. So we had our approval of minutes, we have our vouchers, we have 3 fundraiser requests for this, one for the spring play, PTO morning coffee at the primary school and elementary OSC, and then junior class prom pickleball tournament. Pickleball tournament, students, sign up. I think it looks fun. I think the board should sign up. We just
young
hurt
people
ourselves, so.
in California are
Pickleball
playing.
set, like the very cute paddles. I'm not good, but I'm cute.
But you look cute doing it. Okay, we do not have any fundraiser reports. We have our field trip request for DC for next year. We have some committee recommendations, lots. We have curriculum, we have our coach's handbook, SAPS club, our Fellowship of Christian Athletes Club, custodial and IT job descriptions, building and grounds evaluation forms, staff reconfiguration due to retirements, and our facility and finance did our school fees for next year. Under other, we have our winter sports summary, resignations and retirements. We have 2 retirements, high school English teacher and high school Spanish teacher. Resignations, we have middle school assistant basketball coach, middle school assistant volleyball coach, high school assistant volleyball coach, high school assistant track coach, primary school principal, 2nd grade teacher, Spanish department chair, middle school cross-country assistant coach, spring play set designer for 26-27, building and grounds maintenance, 1st grade teacher, and administrative assistant to the director of curriculum, accounts payable, and receptionist. That's a mouthful. Under co-curricular, head boys soccer coach, we have 2 fair coordinator advisors, a 70% assistant track coach, volunteer softball coach, and a volunteer JV softball coach. Under community program for crew, we have 2 employees. Regular staff, primary school limited term special education teacher, primary school special education assistant, IT youth apprenticeship, long-term speech and language substitute, summer school teachers, 3 of them, summer school educational assistants, 5, reading specialist, summer school teachers, 46, summer school educational assistants, 27, and administrative assistant to the district administrator and board. Under personnel, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, leave without pay request.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented with additional approval of the resignation of Jill Lincoln as administrative assistant to the curriculum director, accounts payable and reception, and the approval of Jill Lincoln as our administrative assistant to the district administrator and the Board of Education, and the removal of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Club activity charter for separate discussion and action.
A second.
Motion by Terry, second by Scott. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. And speaking of what you pulled is what we're gonna talk about now.
yeah, so you should talk about the Fellowship of Christian Athletes club, student club that has been proposed.
Sarah's gonna. So that had
Make a motion,
gone,
right? She
that
said.
first, just to explain that, went to the curriculum
The
committee.
other Sarah.
It got,
others.
approved to come to the board for discussion. And then we wanted to discuss it outside of consent agenda.
Yes, and I would like to make a motion that we table this and send it back to the curriculum committee.
Okay.
I'll second.
Just for more discussion. Sorry, motion by Teresa, second by Sarah Ramish. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone
Aye.
opposed? Sorry, Sarah. Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. So that will be discussed at another curriculum committee meeting for further discussion. All right, administrative reports. And we are going to start with, if my computer wants to tell me,
I think it's high school.
what a high school.
Okay.
Thanks, Evan.
I thought it was okay. Okay.
First of all, pre-ACT secure test, so we had our 9th and 10th graders take that test, which is a test that took place on Wednesday, April 8th. We ran an amended schedule in the afternoon, and as always, I really appreciate all of the people that help prepare our students for that test. And that just doesn't happen in high school, that happens all the way back into primary, elementary, and middle school. And then all of the proctors, especially the proctors that help with accommodations with some of our students, so I appreciate all their efforts. It is that time of the year where we start talking to our seniors about the end of the year, so you can see all of the dates, all of the things that are coming up, including the first date, and that is a mandatory senior meeting that we always have. That'll be on Wednesday, and then all the way towards the end, which is our graduation commencement ceremony. You guys will get invitations from these pretty soon here, and that happens on Sunday, May 31st at Lodi Stadium, hopefully outside at 1 o'clock. I know Emily's gonna talk a little bit more about the spring play. It's okay, Mama.
I know,
It'll be okay.
I know.
She's gonna talk a little bit about spring play. I did wanna mention that, our director shared some information for me. There were 26 students that were involved in that, 19 cast and 7 crew, 9 adults, and then of course, many parent volunteers that provided, food, treats, tickets, things like that. They spent, I wanted them to estimate the number of hours that they spent on rehearsing. They said about 70 hours, so it's a lot of time. Hopefully, we had an opportunity to go see that play this past weekend. Next, there's a couple sales that are coming up that I do want to mention, Patchwork Enterprise and Blue Devil Manufacturing. Patchwork is an in-person sale, so you will have to show up on Wednesday, April 29th. It's a great sale if you've ever been to them before, and then Blue Devil Manufacturing, you can buy all those items online, and those links are in our website. I did want to celebrate, I have several celebrations, and of course, Michelle Pulse. She is a Cole Fellowship winner, well-deserved. Michelle is, most of you know Michelle. She's a veteran teacher at the high school. She's been there before I've even been in the district. I want to say she started in 2001 or so. And she obviously teaches, she's our health teacher and one of our Phi-Ed teachers, but she also works with Little Explorers, she works with OSC, she works with some of our senior citizens. She gives our students the opportunity to meet and work with lots of different people outside of our school, which I think is really important. So I really appreciate Michelle.
She was actually before 2001. She was Mrs. Schneider back in the day.
Yes, I
Yes.
believe so, yes, so.
I remember going into her class, she'd have me come in and present, and it was like, she was brand new, and those kids were just like, they were so, I thought, what did you do to them? But if you misbehaved, you got a worksheet.
And some of our more, she makes really good connections with some of our kids that
Oh,
struggle
she
the
does.
most, which is awesome. So I really appreciate Michelle, and again, that's a well-deserved award for her. Couple other celebrations, mock trial, I wanted to recognize James Walsh and Juniper Schmidt. So they were awarded best witnesses at the mock trial tournament. That just doesn't happen. Both of those kids are very talented, so I appreciate them. You can see our February Students of the Month again, and next is our 2026 WSMA State Honors Choir. So we have 3 students that I need to give congratulations to: Emily Tenbarge, Simon Morgan, and Jalen Breinig. This year alone, over 1,300 students auditioned for just 430 positions.
Wow.
So they are 3 of them, so it's very impressive. They're very talented kids. I want to congratulate Emily just right here in person. I think we can probably give her a round of applause.
Are you gonna sing for us? I'm just kidding.
And then there were some high school staff members and students that were awarded at the LCAT Awards that just happened this past month. Whitney Robards and Abby Turner are our staff members, and then Charlotte Lou, Jester Smith, and Mabel Wheeler. I appreciate everything they do for our school. We have some more information about our power lifters. So they did go to nationals over spring break, two of them, Marin Daly and Trenton Schlender. Their coach, even at his own cost, decided to go all the way down to support them at nationals. So I really appreciate his efforts, and I think it was awesome that they were able to go down and show their skills. So that was great. I want to thank I-39 Graphics for donating the new strength and conditioning board to the high school weight room. You can see it right there. It was less than $500, so it didn't need to get approved necessarily by the board. That's going to be going up there in this summer. There's some things that are happening in the classroom. You can see our advanced art class went to the Milwaukee Art Museum. I think it's great when they can get out and about and see art in different places. And then our physical education class, which works with our Army National Guard. We have some really good connections with them. They were in the pool teaching through exercise. Students gained a deeper understanding of how clothing impacted buoyancy, mobility, and fatigue. So they got to spend some time with the National Guard. Something I wanted to mention, on Facebook, you see the senior highlights, so I'd like to acknowledge Pam Cunningham, who puts those all together and gets those out on social media, so you see one of those every single week, and they started about a month ago, so I appreciate Pam for doing that. And then this Thursday, we have our 5th annual Spring Jobs Fair. Right now, we have 22 businesses that will be there. There's a couple more that said they could possibly be there, and I'll be connecting with them in the next couple days. And then last but not least, we have advocate videos. There's an April broadcast, and we do feature some information about bullying and harassment, so you can take a look at that. And then those are all the other old broadcasts.
So it was really nice to have the students do that project, right?
Yes.
And get that perspective from them to do it.
Absolutely. So we've been working on that for a couple months. They came in, some of the things that we've been doing at the high school and the middle school with bullying and working with the parent group. We thought we need to establish a website, and one of the things that we're gonna put on that website is part of that video. We shared that with our students in one of our advisories, so students understand what it looks like. And again, yes, you're exactly right. It's nice to have the students put that together.
Very much.
That's the high school.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Joe.
Curriculum.
Okay, first, I would just like to highlight the hiring season is upon us, so I really wanna, are we okay?
I just thought you weren't gonna be here because you were representing us.
I'm gonna touch base on that in a second, so,
Because I want you to represent us.
wanna just say thank you to all of our principals, our administrators, and our educators that volunteer time to participate in after-school interview committees to try to find the best possible candidates for these open Lodi positions. And I'm always incredibly impressed at the professionalism and the way that our educators who are on those committees represent Lodi. Even if you don't get the job, I think you come away feeling good about the way that we hopefully represent ourselves as an organization. So just want to thank everybody for their time and energy and effort in that, because they are volunteering those hours, especially those teachers. So tonight was the UW-Madison, or is the UW-Madison Education Career Fair, and I have attended that annually for the past few years. We actually have ended up hiring a couple of people from that. It's an opportunity to highlight our district. Usually it's myself and a whole bunch of HR people from other districts. And I have a table set up and I tell people all about Lodi. I had a little bit of a foot injury that wasn't gonna allow me to kind of hoof it around campus, so I am here with you tonight, but I will be back there next year and I'll be excited. They have all of our information, so if people are particularly interested in Lodi, they will be able to share that. Next item that I have for you is magnetic literacy. So at the primary school level and OSC, we will be transitioning next school year after doing some pilots this school year to magnetic literacy, and that was decided at the curriculum committee of the board during our last meeting. So we're excited about that, particularly where it's going to dig in with some deeper writing opportunities and deep comprehension opportunities for students, but also highlighting some of the routines that we've already found to be really successful here in Lodi. And then lastly, as Joe indicated, assessment season is upon us as well. So we have students right now finishing up the Wisconsin Forward exam for grades 3 through 8. We have our high school students finishing up, we have some still finishing up pre-ACT, and then we also had our juniors do the ACT. Those results come trickling in over the next month or so to myself, and then I share that with the building administrators, and then we have teams of educators that already this summer will be digging and unpacking those results so we can be responsive for the upcoming school year. I'm able to share with you the results. Typically, it's later in the summer as we approach in around August. I can share you an aggregate summary. DPI releases or lifts the embargo. But I can tell you, already we're excited about some of the results we're seeing. Particularly, we saw some early looks at our ACT results, and particularly in writing and English language arts, we're seeing a really nice continued upward trend in that data that we're excited about.
That's awesome. Thanks, Nick. LCAT.
Right. Here we go. LCAT report. LCAT recorded the presentation given by Certified Prevention Specialist Ricky Barton, which was held in March. Ms. Barton discussed the connections between social media, substance abuse, and mental health. If you missed the live event, you can watch it anytime on the School District of Lodi's YouTube page. The presentation has been viewed over 50 times since the live event. So if you want to see that, it's a good one and it's there. The LCAT award ceremony took place on Wednesday, March 18th at the district office. 11 individuals were recognized for making a significant difference in our community and empowering our youth. Honorees included community members, community groups, staff, and school staff who were recognized. Thank you to everyone who came out to support the award winners. Please check out Facebook.com Lodi Action for images from the event. Brian attended the Town of Lodi Park Commission meeting on Wednesday, March 18th to discuss the use of Lewis Burns Park for hosting National Night Out in August 2026. The event is moving to Harmony Grove as we are going to be having all sorts of road construction in our normal spots. So people just need to put that on there to start out that direction. Following the discussion, the commission approved to use the park. Brian will continue to work with the town of Lodi on event logistics and planning. Sarah and Brian finished the first 2 pre-venture workshops with the 7th graders at the middle school. The 2 remaining workshops will begin after spring break. Brian is teaching the Not on Tobacco program to a high school student. The Not program is a voluntary program meant to give students the skills they need to quit nicotine use. Brian will continue collaborating with the high school guidance team to develop a cessation plan that supports the students' success. LCAT is pleased to announce that National Drug Take Back Day will occur on Saturday, April 25th. The Lodi Police Department will be hosting the event from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Lodi EMS Garage, which is located at 715 Main Street in the city of Lodi. Community members are encouraged to stop by and safely dispose of unwanted or expired medication. That's it.
Awesome, thank you. Student services.
Thanks, Heather. First is Find Your Future. So on March 18th, 25 students ranging from freshmen to seniors attended Find Your Future at Madison College. The goal was to expose the students to the many exciting educational opportunities and resources that are available there. Students were able to take the tour of the Truex campus and then break into 2 different sessions to learn more about the various programs they offer. Thank you to Adora Bilsey for planning the trip, and Ann Lemke, Adam Sheldon, and Joanne Faust for accompanying the students on the trip. We have 2 new staff members to welcome. Anna Bina and Ivy Anderson will be assisting our speech and language team during a maternity leave that just started this week. We're very fortunate to have both of them. Anna lives in Wanakee, and this is her 4th school district that she will be in this year, covering maternity leaves for people who are out. And then Ivy Anderson is an employee of CISA 5. We know Ivy well. She's a part of our Birth to 3 services with Columbia County, so she's helping out as well. Also thanks to the rest of the speech language team who have needed to kind of move some things around and share some students to be able to provide those services. An update on our procedural compliance self-assessment. We are currently in the close phase, which seems like it should be over, but it's not. So we've completed step 1 of the verification process. Step 1 is when the Department of Public Instruction reviews all of the, reviews and approves all of the paperwork that was deemed non-compliant and approved our corrections that took place earlier in the school year. Now we will begin step 2 at the end of this month in early May. In this step, we give them a new pool of students, and they would do an on-site verification review with our assigned consultant. So again, they would be going back through new IEPs since that correction phase and ensuring that we're doing all the things that we need to do. Thanks to Chris Carls for all of her help. She's been uploading documents into the portal and things like that, and of course, always keeping our student records up to date.
Awesome. Thanks, Adriel. Lodi Primary School.
Yeah, good evening. Couple things to highlight. We had our 4K roundup on Thursday, March 12th, and had 84 families join us. They had a chance just to hear about the program, see what a typical day was, and get to go to the classrooms, meet the teachers. We have begun our reading readiness screeners. Last week was the initial assessments, and then any student that's not yet at the 25th percentile, we're working on diagnostics today. And so trying to do those next group of when planning for the next round. We had vision and hearing screenings. This is a huge shout out to Janelle and Nisha for this. 174 students are screened in 4K and in first grade. 30 students were screened on another day due to absences. 23 students were rescreened with vision, hearing, or both. There are 5 vision referrals and 3 hearing referrals. So just a great service to help support our students and their families. And then also just wanted to highlight, we had Jean Reedy as part of our Getting Excited About Literacy in the month of March. It was super exciting to have her come in and share her books. After that, we had several students that have their own little writing notebooks and are becoming their own authors and illustrators. And then also just wanted to highlight, Mr. Schoeneman and I have been working on a newsletter to share out to families that sign into our census form, and these are people that might be coming into the district. And we just highlighted and shared different things that are happening, and it's going to be each semester will be a newsletter we'll share out and just highlight the things that are going on in Lodi.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Our student report.
Okay, so, sorry. So we have a couple newer things. So the solar panels. Several students have shown interest in taking a part of the installation or process of solar panels. This is a great opportunity, I think, for learning. And I think through this, you can expect to see something. I don't know. I guess you'll find out. So now highlighting the play that happened last weekend. So it was called Miss Frankenstein's Monster. It was a great success. We had, I think, over 300 tickets sold. And we are very, very proud of these incredible students. State Solon Ensemble. So on April 25th, music students that qualified for State Solon Ensemble will be traveling to UW-Whitewater to participate in this event. There they perform, they get comments, and they get a score for each event. This is a great learning space, and you get some great feedback, and it's a lot of fun to kind of compete and have fun. So that is something that will happen. Additionally, in the music wing, you have Sing and Swing coming up. So the Music Boosters are holding the annual Sing and Swing fundraiser on May 16th at the high school starting at 6 p.m. This is a super fun event where lots of different types of music get to shine. It's also super important for the boosters, and as a result of their support, the music wing can continue to thrive. So
How do you get tickets for that, Emily?
Tickets will be coming out soon. There'll be posters around town. We will have them in schools. I will also include a link to the tickets and probably a QR code in a later report. So.
I went last year and it was a lot of fun.
Yes, there's individual events, so students can sign up if they want to sing a solo. Notably, Caleb Rotzel last year and his rock group came.
Yes, that was pretty good.
Also super fun, but it's super fun to go and watch all the different students. AP exams. So a lot of our students go above and beyond in the academic field and are preparing to take AP exams. Along with the countless hours of studying in and out of class, there's been a new program called AP Power Up, led by Jade Dolmas and SOPS Club, that blocks off time and intervention specifically for certain AP classes. This allows students to get help from their teachers and creates a super focused learning environment. So we're super grateful for that program and for the teachers for being flexible and allowing us to help our students learn.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Lodi Elementary OSC.
Hello, board. A couple things. First of all, I didn't include this in the report, but Fine Arts Night is up and coming Thursday, April 23rd. So OSC will be performing at 5 o'clock in the big gym. And then 3rd grade at 5:30, 4th grade at 6, and then 5th grade at 6:30. But also a big part of that event is not just the musical aspect, but also the artwork that's happening through to Ms. Nimmo and the art class, but also the projects that students are doing along our theme of coming together in the classroom as well. That'll
So
be for
Eric,
display.
that starts at 5?
Starts at 5 o'clock, yep, so. And then
Sorry, 5 o'clock, what date?
Thursday, April 23rd, yep,
April 23rd,
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
good place to be.
Elementary school.
So a couple things I wanted to highlight. First of all, forward exam. As has already been said, it is assessment season right now, and I'm just super proud of the way that our students and our staff have prepared for this, but also are taking it seriously. Also understanding that when we do things the right way, whether it's assessments or whether it's just our daily tasks in school, that we can be proud of what we're doing and we can trust those results because we've worked hard. Also, we did have Jean Reedy visit our school as well, and I just wanted to share her thank you message that she sent to us, both the primary school and the elementary and OSC. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend 2 wonderful days with your Shining Star students. I was completely blown away by their creativity, energy, and enthusiasm alive at your lovely school. I understand the hard work that goes into planning events like these, and I so appreciate all the details, the scheduling, the book orders, the tech help, the artwork, the reading preparation, the luncheon, the cake, and the Taste of Lodi gift box that made the visit not only run smoothly, but made me feel so very welcome. I loved your schools and left with a warm feeling that Lodi was indeed a very special place. And I think that just touches on the reality of the great place it is to be here. And I will tell you, she was amazing. Staff felt like this wasn't a author visit, it was a workshop. They felt like they were learning with kids, and kids were super excited to put what they were learning to work. As far as Pillar 2, nurturing the whole child, we did have our welcome back assembly. If you've ever heard of Mark Roper, he's a popular YouTube inventor, or inventor on YouTube, and we used that in the game Mario Brothers to challenge students to level up as we finish out the school year strong. Super big thanks goes out to staff for their flexibility. First day back from spring break, getting the whole school together in the big gym, and Cody Endress sharing his learning space with us as well. So very proud of how students have transitioned. Also, Wisconsin weather, you just never know. And so just wanted to show the different ways that our kids have been flexible even with the weather and have been making the most of it. So there's some great pictures of kids enjoying our snowstorm we had not too long ago, even though you wouldn't know it anymore.
Yeah.
And then some people I wanted that we sometimes don't always remember to recognize, but these are 2 long-term subs that really have done a lot in our building this year. So Barb Burns was a long-term sub at the beginning of the school year as a special education assistant, and then also just finished one. And her impact on the school and the way that she has had that happen seamlessly for our students and staff has been huge. She comes with a lot of experience, and that was very evident in the work that she provided. And then also Peyton Sullivan, a former Lodi grad, who has also been working as a sub, but also as a long-term sub, and currently in 3rd grade. So big shout out to those 2. We appreciate them. Thank you.
And congratulations to you
Oh, thank you.
for the COLA work too.
Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you. Last but not least, Lodi Middle School.
All right, good evening, board. Lots going on at the middle school. So first thing is a celebration and an academic achievement is our science fair. happened in early April, and we had 35 students participate in this. And I want to thank our sponsor, Lodi Utilities, for coming up, and they had some prizes for different students, and the kids did an amazing job. They worked so hard on these, and I also learned a lot. I learned that orange juice will not grow a plant. And I learned that Pop Secret popcorn will pop more kernels than the Orville Redenbacher popcorn. So those are life skills in and of themselves. And I want to thank Michelle Howe for setting up that event. She does a ton to get it set up. She gets the kids excited, and it's a great event every year. Moving down to the forward exam, as everyone said, it's assessment season. We're currently in the middle of our math testing. This week we'll finish that up Thursday, and then next week we will be doing makeup assessments, and we look forward to seeing the results. And just want to say thank you to our teachers for the flexibility during forward testing season, and then also thank our students for all their hard work and effort that they put into not only preparing for that through this whole school year, but also the effort they put in for this. And we go through about 30 pounds of Jolly Ranchers during this time. On to nurturing the whole child, we had our 8th grade Washington DC trip. We had 62 students and chaperones go to Washington DC, and I was one of those. It was an amazing time. We saw the U.S. Capitol, the Holocaust Museum, we saw different Smithsonians, we went to Williamsburg, and it was just an outstanding time, and our kids totally represented Lodi. We did have a tornado watch while we were in Washington DC, and just so you know, when there's a tornado watch in Washington DC, they shut everything down. So we had to be flexible, and we had to spend several hours that we were not anticipating at the hotel. And we gave kids options. They could either be in their rooms or be down in the commons. And we had the hotel management came up and just said how much he appreciated our kids. He said, I think the quote was, "You guys do it right." It's really really a representation of our community and our kids. Our bus drivers also were very appreciative of how respectful our students were.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I want to thank Amy Christensen for all she did to organize that trip, and then Paula Tun, Patty Heinzman, and Nora Mack for chaperoning the trip. Going to middle school choir. So our 6th grade choir, led by Angela Roberts, represented the school district of Lodi at the Capitol, and they did an amazing job there. And I don't know if you saw any videos or anything, but it just sounds amazing in the Capitol Rotunda to hear the echoes. And when I talked with the kids, they were just beaming about the whole day, the whole experience. They really felt valued, and I'm really thankful that Angela Roberts reached out about this opportunity for them. And I want to thank Senator Sarah Kieski for stopping by and visiting with our 6th graders for that too. Going to the National Cereal Day. Every year we do National Cereal Day to raise cereal for Reach Out Lodi, and this year we had 425 boxes of cereal that we donated to Reach Out Lodi. And I want to congratulate Lyle Hendrickson's homeroom for bringing in the most boxes of cereal. And so this was announced Lyle's first day that he was going to be a long-term sub in 7th grade. And on that day, the very first thing we did was announce this, and within 5 minutes, he announced that if this homeroom wins, you guys can put a pie in my face. So
Okay.
always, that was within the first 5 minutes, so that's Lyle Hendrickson for you. So I want to thank Michelle Howe for organizing this event, and we line them up, you can see as dominoes around, and it's a really fun event to see so many cereal boxes and having the kids all carrying them out. And the last thing, down to, actually, Student of the Month initiative was, Student of the Month for February was Initiative. I want to congratulate Addie Sofa, Elena Nelson, Lauren Fry, and Kaylee Haag for taking initiative and really making sure that they're taking care of everything that they need to. They don't have to be told what to do, they just are students that take care of it, which is going to be a skill that definitely helps them throughout their entire life. And then for Pillar 4, I received an email from a former student of Terry Roach's, and I'll just read the email. So he said, "Hey Terry, just want to thank you personally. I was thinking of you today, and you are a major component of my childhood to the reason I am the man I am today. I am very well adjusted, happy, and thriving. I don't know that I would have turned out this way without you and my father putting in gratuitous amounts of work. Want to let you know that you made a difference with me. Thanks always, and former student. So I did post this in our weekly memo for all of our teachers. It's just a reminder, like, we don't always hear these things, and we have so many staff that make such a huge difference, and I'm really happy this person reached out to express their gratitude to Terry, but it's just a reminder of the lifelong difference that, you know, the school district of Lodi, the teachers, you know, and it's really about the people. The people make a big difference in the lives of our students.
Awesome. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks.
Also, I kind of skimmed over because I was trying to move on, but we really should give Eric a round of applause.
We should.
As Adam always says, we have a dream team, and we really do.
Yes, we do.
So thank you guys for what you do. District Administrator Report.
Yeah, so kind of echoing Derek's last point, we have the Rotary Club who sponsors the Outstanding Impact Awards ceremony, which is scheduled for April 19th. Congratulations to all the students and staff recognized this event. As I always share it to those in attendance that evening, the educators who are recognized that night just represent the other educators in this district, right? We have 17 kids who get the opportunity to pick somebody, and they struggle to pick somebody. But each one of our educators have had an impact somewhere along the line on kids. So we just really appreciate it. It's just an opportunity for us to spend some time doing that. But as Derek said, all of our staff do, so it's really important. I want to remind people that I know we talked about State Solo Ensemble, but State Forensics is going on this weekend as well, on April 17th. Was going to mention Eric Shinneman and Michelle Poles getting the Cole Fellowship Award, both well-deserved. Really appreciate all the work that Eric does each and every day, and the work that Michelle does each and every day. So congratulations, Eric. It was very well-deserved. But we're not going to give a second round of applause.
Good. Thank you.
I know how much you love that. We'll do it later. Halfway through the week.
We have a parade later.
Yeah. A drum.
Yeah.
Drum line.
Yes.
Drum line. That would be.
We should have done that.
That would be appropriate.
Yes.
As Emily mentioned, we do have a solar project going on right now. They are starting to work. They were starting to work over spring break, doing some drilling. You may have driven by and seen some of the safety rail or cones up on the roofs. So we're slowly starting to get there. It will start picking up here as we get going. The goal is to have that project done, pretty much all done by June 30th, weather permitting. But we're still working through some of the permitting processes and pieces of that. But that is ongoing in all 5 of our buildings. Just a reminder, I sent this out to staff and sent it out to families today. There is going to be construction in Lodi, in downtown Lodi. The 4-way intersection is going to be closed starting in a couple weeks. Next week they'll start with just marking things out. The following week they will close it, but it'll be closed from the 4-way intersection to Lodi Street and Water Street. It's a small stretch of road, but it's going to have a huge impact on people.
Yes, it will.
They're doing that in anticipation of a project that's coming a year after to repave that whole stretch of road, but just as our public address announcement for people, or public service announcement, to let people know that that's going on. That's great. And then finally, every community member should have received a survey from the School District of Lodi in the mail last week. Survey can be completed online or can be mailed back a paper copy. It's important that we hear from you. During the last referendum, the survey had a significant impact on what the final referendum question was. And the board really takes that input seriously. So please take a moment between now and April 22nd to complete the survey. Jonathan's going to put something in the newspaper about it, I'm sure, since he's sitting here, to make sure that people do that. And if you have questions about the survey, please reach out to district office, or if you need another survey, right? We send one to each home. If there's 2 adults in that home and both of you want to take a survey,
Sure.
Call us and we will send you another survey or get you another code so you can take that survey.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
President report. Happy spring, everyone. If the weather isn't getting you motivated to get out and be active, then I hope the start of Lodi's spring activities do. Hope you're able to make it to our spring play this past weekend. Don't forget to look at our website for schedules and check out our district's social media posts to see our students' skills and talents in all of their activities. This time of year is usually busy for all with spring cleaning and new beginnings, and that is especially true for everyone in our district. The end of the school year will be here before we know it. Speaking of new beginnings, our board every April goes through a reorganizational meeting to elect different positions for the board. I feel so honored and grateful to be the board president and would love to continue my role, but if things get changed up, this will be my last board report. I want to congratulate fellow board members Adam Steinberg and Sarah Ramish for being re-elected for another term. I feel very grateful and blessed to have a board that works so well together, especially with big decisions coming up in the very near future. And moving on to talk about big decisions, I said that I'd be bringing up the dreaded R word quite a bit in the next few months. I know I can speak for all working for the district, especially our school board members, that the referendum is on our mind constantly. Please remember to fill out the survey from our district in the referendum, or on the referendum, and possible upcoming updates and changes to our district before April 22nd. We really need to hear from everyone in our community, and we truly care about your voice. Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us in the district with questions or concerns. I know I need to get back to some of you as I write this, and I promise I will as soon as I can. I know we all have the same wish for our youth and for our district, but we all have different ideas and opinions. The more we communicate and listen to each other, the more we will accomplish for our community. Our district prides itself on being a supportive environment, always striving for growth and opportunities for everyone to be their best. We always want our district to be community-based and as much like a family as possible. The drawback of that, it's hard to say goodbye when people have to move on. This year is no different in the respect that we are losing staff to retirement, job opportunities, and/or life changes. Although we always wish anyone that leaves our district the best, that doesn't mean that we're happy about it. I just hope that anyone that has been in our district always felt supported and loved. Some of you made a difference in a short amount of time to either people that you worked with and/or students that you made an impact on. And then there are the ones that the district is not going to feel the same without them. Part of our district's identity is intertwined with certain people. I hope you know who you are. And whether you are currently part of our district, we're only here for a few months, or one of those that people can't talk about Lodi without mentioning your name, thank you for making Lodi what it is and part of our identity. You did make a difference in someone's life, and please don't ever forget that.
Very good. Nice. Nice.
I got teary-eyed when I read it the first time, but I always get through it. All right, consideration of contracts and letters of assurance.
Yeah, so the board every year needs to take action to approve professional exempt staff contracts and issue letters of assurance to support staff for the 26-27 school year. So we ask that you do that tonight's meeting.
Okay.
I will make a motion to approve issuing 2026-2027 contracts to district professional exempt staff and to approve issuing 2026-2027 school year letters of assurance to all district support staff employees.
I'll second that.
Motion by Sarah Ramish, second by Terry. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Our parent-student handbooks.
Yeah, this time of year, we're finishing up one school year in the midst of planning for the start of a new one. The handbooks that are being presented for approval are one of the first steps in the preparation of that process. There are summaries outlining the proposed changes to submitted parent-student handbooks for the 26-27 school year. We always approve them at the April meeting, so they're ready for registration, which we do in May.
I'll move to approve the 2026-27 parent-student handbooks as presented.
I'll second.
Motion by Terry, second by Sarah Rip. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. And now we have our staff handbooks.
Yeah, so similarly, we update and pass our staff handbooks every year. The primary school and elementary school OSC handbooks have been updated for next year and are being presented to the board for approval.
I'll move to approve the 2026-27 primary school and LES OSC staff handbooks as presented.
I'll second it.
Motion by Terry, second by Teresa. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. And by the way, thank you guys for doing all those handbooks. I know that's got to be a lot of work, but it makes things nice and clear for everybody, so thank you. And our community survey.
Yeah, so as we both mentioned last week, community surveys hit mailboxes in School District Lodi. Again, encouraging all community members and staff members to take a few minutes to complete and return them. As the board begins planning for potential referendum in the fall of 2026, gathering this broad input from our community is an important part of the process. In fact, prior to our last referendum, the results of the community survey played a significant role in shaping of the question that was ultimately brought forward to the board and supported by our community. The feedback we will receive will once again help guide this board through thoughtful decisions around district operation and facility needs. The surveys can be mailed back or completed online for convenience, and all responses are confidential as the survey is administered through school perceptions. The more voices we hear, the more informed and representative our decisions will be, so we truly ask you to, truly appreciate your time and input and ask you to complete those surveys.
Yes, please. All right, our co-curricular pay schedule.
Yeah, so 2 years ago, the co-curricular the board requested that, I'm sorry, let me start over. 2 years ago, the co-curricular, someone came and requested an increase in advisor pay and prompted the board to recognize the need for a comprehensive review of the entire co-curricular compensation structure. Though initially delayed due to some staffing changes, the work was completed as part of the 25-26 balanced scorecard. The updated schedule was developed using conference and regional comparisons, analysis of hours worked, and review of roles and responsibilities, resulting in some stipends increasing and others decreasing, while improving internal consistency across similar activities. The updated plan first came to the board in March, where it was sent back to the Personnel Committee to allow additional time for adjustments based on staff feedback. It returned to the Personnel Committee in April, where it was unanimously moved forward to the full board with a recommendation for approval. And I'd just like to thank Jason Brewer for all his time and energy in reaching out, not staff, to neighboring districts and gathering all that information and putting it all together.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
And you don't realize how many jobs there are out there that people do. And thank you for all that too, but yes, thank you.
All the
for doing
people
that.
doing those jobs.
Yes, thank you for all the people who do the co-curricular jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So I'll move to approve the School District of Lodi's updated co-curricular pay schedule for the 2026-2027 school year as presented.
I'll second that.
Motion by Terry, second by Teresa. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. And then we have our school board election update.
Yeah, congratulations to Sarah Ramish and Adam Steinberg for winning re-election to the school board on April 7th. The district appreciates their willingness to serve student staff in our community. The board will hold a reorganizational meeting on Monday, April 27th, and we need to talk about what time.
Yeah.
Or different day.
Is
I
everyone
don't know,
good
is a
with
different
starting
day that's
it
gonna
later?
work.
Okay,
So,
okay, so it's the 27th.
That day. Yeah.
because there's other activity, like there's a track meet the following day, there's other things, so would like 7:45 or 8 o'clock work? Because there's also fine arts night that night as well, on Monday.
Oh. What time does
It
that start?
doesn't normally take us that long. So should we say 8 o'clock?
You could, 8 o'clock,
I'm fine with it.
Is everybody okay with that?
7:45?
But we're still due April
Anything for you,
27th.
Heather?
This wasn't that the one that you wanted
Earlier the better.
day, right?
Well, yeah, but the days are looking like we don't have another day, so we're
Okay.
thinking that day, but later. But is that okay?
It's better for me, I'll be out of town that day, so I'd like it later if we can.
Oh, okay.
But I'll make
Okay.
it work if it's not.
Oh, okay, well, no, that's good. I thought it was causing issues. I don't
I
want to
think,
cause issues.
I think it's slight later, we can manage it.
We can show up in our pajamas.
No, we
Why?
won't. It doesn't normally take that long.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
take
It's a
that
quick.
long.
What time can we do it at? How early can we do it?
The earliest we can do is 8 o'clock, right? Or
Well, I can be there
7?
before 8 o'clock, but if people want to go do fine arts night, that's what we need to.
There's not
a single other night?
The problem is that Tuesday night is, like, there's track meet and something else. There was
And then we
things on,
have,
and it has to be done.
yeah, it has to be done in a short amount of time.
Does anybody,
Why couldn't we do it on a track meet night?
yeah, does anybody need to go to track meet night?
I have a track athlete too.
That's a little bit late.
7:30.
So we can do it, what time could you do it, Heather?
I
On
can-
Monday, on that Monday.
I mean, I can be there earlier if I have
We
to.
can do it 7.
So is 7 good?
I'll skip fine arts night. We'll do a 7.
You'll skip what?
Fine arts.
Oh, I forgot about fine
Fine.
arts night.
We'll do it 7.
Well, it
7
starts at
27.
5, fine arts night.
No, this is for high school.
There's 2
But
fine
there's an
arts.
alternative, we could do it the Tuesday night, if you don't wanna miss the fine arts.
But you have a track meet
I do.
day too, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't,
They
we
too
can do
both
it more
have
than
track
that.
meets.
Could be
Do it at 7
Wednesday?
o'clock.
Can
Just
we-
do it on Wednesday.
Can
Let's
we
do
get
it,
a
it's,
special approval for a Sunday meeting?
you guys can do a Sunday meeting whenever you want.
Can we just do it on that
I
Monday
could do it the
night?
20, do it
Because I
27th
gave
at
up
7
another
o'clock.
class that I said I couldn't do because I was gonna miss Monday nights.
Yep.
27th at 7.
Okay.
Just do it at
Okay.
7.
Works for me.
That works.
Thank you, everybody, I appreciate it. I won't be as high maintenance next year.
Uh-huh.
I'll be an empty nester.
Uh-huh.
I won't have anything to do in the evenings anymore.
You have grandkids now, though.
What?
You've got grandkids.
I know,
now.
they're not in school
in
yet.
sports yet.
Well, yeah.
They're not in sports or fine arts yet.
Minor.
Oh, yeah, you'll be still busy. Well, thank you guys, I appreciate it. So 7 o'clock on the 27th, and then I'll be here.
Easy to remember.
All right. Policy review.
There we did it.
The policy committee met on Wednesday, April 1st, and reviewed and unanimously moved to the full board recommendation of approval, 6 policy revisions and 1 administrative guideline. So we recommend board approval of those.
So I kind of looked through them, was there anything crazy? I mean, it
Yeah, I
looked,
didn't see anything crazy either.
just kind of updating on AI stuff.
We have a brand new AI policy, which was significant.
Okay.
It was.
We
It was
spent a
long.
lot of time on that. It replaces a paragraph that was a policy prior to that. Neola came out with a revised policy, and we spent a lot of time, Nick spent a lot of time helping guide that process, and we also got input from staff. So that was a really big policy.
Well, and the other one that I thought was pretty important is it is in the, I can't remember which, it must be under abuse and neglect. Really describing what grooming is.
Yes.
And that will be now in-services done on that for teachers and coaches to know what
So
that
that's in
means.
response to Act 57, so that was a required change. So those things are all in there as well.
Why do some of them have the same name?
So, because there are different level of policies, so there's
Right.
policies for administrators, policy for teachers, policy for support staff.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's
Just
all
a heads up, that's, Neola within the next year or two is going to combine all those policies, so that will take some time for a policy committee to bring them all together, which is what they should have done initially, but
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Make a motion to approve the administrative guideline and policy revisions as presented.
Motion by Scott, second by Sarah Rip. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. And gifts and donations.
Jackpot.
Yeah,
so there are 5 donations.
That's a lot. Yes, you did very well. I
yeah.
make a motion to accept with great gratitude the donation of $600 from Triton Farms for OSC, $500 from Jean Madrow for OSC, $500 from Lane and Tyler Ruland family for OSC, the donation of $2,500 from the Lodi Optimist for Lodi Indoor Community Pool for decking mat, and the donation of $1,500 from the Lodi Valley Lodi Valley Ice Age Trail Chapter for the Summer Saunters, Middle School Trail Trickers, and Primary School Hiking Clubs.
All second.
Motion by Adams, second by Sarah Ramish. Any more discussion? Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's awesome.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? That would be horrible if you did, so.
Yeah, it would.
Motion
shunned.
passes 7-0.
Shame, shame.
All right, committee reports, CISA 5.
Yeah, we did contracts for all the employees. So
Oh, that sounds fun.
yeah, it's always a duplicate of what we're doing here. But that's what we did.
Okay, well, thank you. Co-curricular items / report.
Okay, that's me. So, baseball. The Lodi baseball team is off to a 3-0 start on the season. The Bats have been on fire to start the season. By the way, who writes these? 'Cause it's really
I like it.
exciting.
Mr. Marshall.
Mr. Marshall, he makes this fun. Okay. Opening the year with an 18-4 win over Marshall. They also had home wins against Tomah and Evansville. This week, the team hosts Wisconsin Heights on Monday, heads to Cambridge on Tuesday, and travels to Monroe on Friday. The Lodi softball team is off to a 5-1 start on the season with a conference record of 0-1. They opened the season with a 9-0 win over Janesville Parker, followed by a 7-0 win at home over Sauk Prairie. Their lone loss on the year came in an 0-12 game against Waupun. This week, the team travels to Wisconsin Dells on Monday, Columbus on Tuesday, and Poynette on Friday. Their next home game is on Thursday, April 23rd against Lakeside Lutheran. The Lodi girls soccer team is currently 2-2 with a conference record of 1-0. They opened their season with an 11-0 win over Monroe, followed by a 9-1 conference win over Cambridge Deerfield in Waterloo. Their 2 losses came against Waukesha West and Badger. The team will host Wisconsin Heights Barneveld on Tuesday and Madison Country Day School on Saturday. The varsity golf team headed to Wisconsin Dells today for their first varsity meet of the season at Trapper's Turn. They will host their first conference mini-meet this year on Thursday, April 16th at the Lodi Golf Club. Track and field. On Saturday, April 4th, the track team participated in the Wisconsin State Indoor Track and Field Championships. On Tuesday, April 7th, the team hosted Deerfield, Johnson Creek, and Cambridge in the first outdoor event of the year at the Lodi track. Several Lodi students came away with a first-place finish in their event. The team will travel to Columbus on Tuesday and will host another track meet next Tuesday, April 21st. The co-op lacrosse team is off to a 1-1 start. They lost their first game to University School of Milwaukee 8-9 in overtime. They won their second game of the year 10-4 over La Crosse Central. This week they will travel to Waunakee on Tuesday and Janesville Craig on Friday. And the forensics team, on Monday, March 30th, the forensics team competed in the WISDA District Speech Tournament in DeForest. All members of the team advanced to the state tournament, which will take place this coming weekend at UW-Madison. And last but not least, this past weekend, Lodi High School students put on a performance of Ms. Frankenstein's Monster. The performance featured 26 students between the cast and crew and saw over 300 people attend over the weekend. So it's been really, really busy.
Awesome, thank you. OSC report.
All right, OSC met on March 11th, and Mr. Schoeneman shared information about forward exam preparations and schedule, discussed a recent parent meeting regarding bullying prevention and next steps, shared that students participated in the poster competition for Columbia County Conservation, and shared staffing changes for next year. Advisors shared the following: students making books for each homeroom. Bug kits were used in the creek as part of the preparation for their field study with UW entomology and spring break, after spring break. DNR wildfire fighter came in and talked about controlling burns, and pheasant and fly fishing experts coming soon. I like the fly fishing one. Okay, OSC enrollment window closes March 15th at midnight. Tentative lottery date is March 18th at 3:30. OSC funding, lots of positive feedback from the trivia night. Thank you notes are going out soon. And penny wars were also a success, discussing plans for next year for fundraising. Trivia night, penny wars, trying an event. And fine arts night is coming soon. Next meeting, April 15th at 3:30.
But there was no lottery, right?
Not yet.
Wasn't needed.
Not
No,
yet.
there's not, they don't need one.
Wasn't needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
And they're doing another trivia night?
yeah,
Yes, that was fun.
but I'm gonna win next time.
Or we won't show.
I was wondering if you guys did kind of make like a late appearance, like you're like, But you're good. I just was making sure. I saw the table and it looked a little empty, and then, we
were there. It's high school kids.
All right, board committee reports, personnel.
Okay, personnel, we met Tuesday, April 7th. Jill Whale gave public input. She talked about budget concerns, why we were talking about budgets when we have 1 year remaining on the referendum, concerns about changes in the co-curricular pay, concerns about healthcare affordability, and about the student club approval for the FOC athletes. Jason Brewer shared an update on the Health Insurance Committee's progress and ideas being explored, to which we were all kind of surprised, looking for bids from other companies that they don't even want to bid on it, so working with what we have. No decision was made on any of that. Vince shared the updated co-curricular pay schedule. We discussed the difficulty in making the changes in a fair, consistent manner without having some of them decreased, which you saw on the consent agenda. We approved that. Vince shared questions and answers from the staff engagement session on March 5th. The staff's questions and Mr. Breinig's answers were very well thought out and appreciated. The committee did discuss some possible ideas for encouraging employee longevity, which I think we'll still probably talk about that at the next meeting. Tyler Potter and Vince Breinig shared changes to job descriptions for building and grounds roles and their evaluation forms, also custodial evaluation forms, which we approved and we approved tonight. And Vince shared the district's process for evaluating vacancies to decide if replacement is necessary when turnover occurs, and we also sent that for approval, the reorganization, or restructuring, I think you called it.
Busy, busy. Thank you. Curriculum.
Okay, that is me again. We met on April 1st, and our first presenter was Connor Anderson, who came to talk about CTE and youth apprenticeship, their department. Some of the successes that he shared was that the community partnerships remain strong. The Blue Devil manufacturing collaboration between tech and business education is progressing well. It was noted, I believe, earlier that that group is actually has some new items for sale, so people might want to check that out. I noticed they've got some flowers that look really cute. That'd be good Mother's Day gifts. I was just throwing that out there. People want to look at that.
Bo and Gigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little plug for that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. A few things I ordered last year, I will tell you that I ordered for Mother's Day as a side note. The moms love these things that I ordered from them, so they do a really nice job. FFA recently held a successful assembly, and a member was recognized as a state finalist in fruit production. So that's pretty cool. I think it was strawberries is what they said.
I know, it was.
Yeah. Youth apprenticeship, the district continues to partner with CISA 5 to increase student involvement, and new potential partnerships are occurring. The business department added 11 new Microsoft Office certifications this year, some of which qualify for state incentive grants, so that's pretty exciting. Some future hopes that he shared are that plans are underway to add an AP Business with Personal Finance course and an AP Cybersecurity class. There's also interest in possibly adding an entrepreneurship course. Then we heard, we discussed SAPS Club. We had a discussion about the idea of formally recognizing the Science and Applied Problem Solving SAPS Club, which has evolved from the former Science Club to focus on school-wide improvements. Some of the recent initiatives that the group has been involved in are installing feminine hygiene dispensers at the Lodi High School and Middle School, improving cafeteria microwave access, and donating microscopes to an elementary school in Sheboygan. One of the women that's in the group, I guess she and her father actually cleaned and prepped dozens of microscopes before they donated them, so it was really fantastic.
That's awesome.
The group some of the members came and presented on some of the activities they've been doing, and it's just really great. So the committee discussed the benefits of an official club status, such as the ability to fundraise. It was noted that the club is student-driven and has recently grown from 4 to 12 active members. And a motion was made to move a recommendation of approval for the SAPS Club to the full board, and it was approved, so that is now an official club. Next up, we had a quick discussion with Sue Meffert about the coach's handbook. Our committee reviewed the handbook with a focus on clarifying roles and expectations for athletic staff. There was a recommended addition, and then the motion was made to approve that handbook. Next up, we had a discussion about the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, FCA, a club activity charter. There was a discussion whether FCA should be a district-sponsored or non-sponsored club. The committee also discussed the club's parameters and the activities it might engage in. Finally, we discussed what a pilot might look like and how to get updates from the building principal. There was a motion made to approve a pilot of the FCA club until the end of the 2026-2027 school year. However, that was brought to this larger board. We had a discussion, and it's actually being returned back to the curriculum committee for further discussion. So that's the status of that. We had a discussion about, we were going to discuss AI policies and guiding documents, but we tabled that to the next meeting. We reviewed progress on literacy initiatives at Lodi Primary School and OSC, focusing on the potential adoption of new materials for the 2026-2027 school year. And a motion was made to adopt magnetic literacy for the upcoming academic year. Some future agenda items are to discuss textbook purchases and advanced learner updates. And our next meeting is TBD, and that's my update.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Facility and finance.
So we actually we met on the 8th, April 8th, and there was really only one thing on the agenda, and that was school fees, which we approved in the consent agenda, and some of those fees changed and went up. Jason did another study of surrounding school districts and brought our fees in alignment with the rest of them.
Nice.
And then we talked about solar and data wrangler and all kinds of other things, but the one thing that was on the agenda was that. So.
Awesome, thank you. And last but not least, policy.
We went through them and approved them.
Nice and sweet.
I love the policies, updates are always easy because
Yeah.
either we haven't met or we've just approved.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so future meetings. So our next regular school board meeting will be Monday, May 11th at 5:30 with closed session, 6:30 open. And then we do have a special board meeting, our board reorganizational meeting, April 27th, and that'll be at 7:30. No, 7 now, right? We did 7.
So the May 11th meeting, just so you know, we will have, it'll be a longer meeting because we will have a gallery walk. But we also will have survey results and a presentation on them as well.
Okay,
So both those things will be.
okay.
Just so you know.
So eat dinner before you get here, guys.
Is the 27th at 7?
Yes.
Yes, 7, yeah.
When these are supposed to
Just want to
be.
make sure it was right in my calendar.
Okay, yes. And then all of our committee meetings will just be determined because we're gonna be
Correct.
reorganizing everything and look at people's schedules, so.
Yes, there we go.
Um,
It was a quick year.
I know.
Seemed
Yeah,
like an
it
awfully
does
fast
seem
year.
It was.
Sure was.
All right, I think that's it, everybody.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Who did it?
Scott.
Scott, okay. Motion by Terry, second by Scott. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes 7-0. We are adjourned.